Hi and welcome to It's a Miracle Budgeting. My name is Brandy and I am a predominantly cash budgeter. I do use credit cards and pay them back during the month, and I do an expense payout for that when I have enough to actually make a video. If not, I show it in my check-in. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I still haven't received my test yet. It's suspected that I have, the world pandemic. My work, unfortunately, was hit pretty hard with it, and so I'm still pretty out of breath. Get exhausted pretty easy. I'm technically allowed to leave quarantine now, but I'm still trying to chill at home as much as I possibly can and just let this kind of take care of itself. If this is your first time being here and you like what you see, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe. I do upload about once or twice a week, depending on what's going on. And I do show only my finances. I am married. My husband and I do not budget together. I say this in just about every video. We've been together for 22 years. We've never budgeted together, and it works for us. So we are not changing it. And I only budget my money anytime it has some of his money. I do say, hey, hubby gave me this, or hubby did this, or hubby did that. There is something in here I'll show you this week. And then I also just wanted to give a shout out and say thank you to my existing subscribers. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and I do appreciate you. So if we get started, this is the check-in for 1/6 to 1/12, and I do realize that this is earlier in the week, but unfortunately being sick, I wasn't able to actually do my check-in. So I use the Erin Condren monthly, and then I use the Cafe Dated Kate stickers. I print these. They don't always come out perfect, and they don't always fit perfect because I've mentioned in prior videos, Erin Condren changes their measurements every single year. So I was buying the printable stickers because there is a slight savings, a little bit less than half it costs you because you still have to buy the sticker paper and you're doing the effort and all that. Well, I was planning on just repeating the same January, February, and so on every year, but I didn't realize about the measurements. So I probably in the future will switch to just buying them because I personally need stickers in my life. I do better budgeting. When I tried to just use a notepad or something else, it didn't work for me. Now, I am not saying you need all this. I am saying that this is what works for me and encourages me to do it, but I'm not telling you you need this. You can budget with a pad of paper, some paper envelopes. I mean, there's a million ways to do it without spending money. So I just want to point that out there. I am going to zoom us in just a little bit. I don't want to go too close because then it starts messing things up, but I did want to make it easy to see. So down here, these two are actually for the new coming week. I just wanted to highlight this Hungry Howie's. Again, it's on the next check-in, but this is an example of my husband. My husband actually knew I was home in quarantine and my kids had a half day. So on Friday, he actually gave us money to do it at Hungry Howie's. He sent me the cash. I put it on my Amex to get the miles for our trip, and I immediately sent the payment in like right then. So I was able to gain those miles without spending any interest or anything. So that's one of the things. So I did change my check-ins this year in case you were familiar with them last year. I did remove some categories. I'm no longer tracking pets. I'm no longer tracking subs. That might be it. And household change. I just call it Sam's because I'm trying to do most of my household shopping from Sam's. I'm on a Amazon diet and I'm hoping to stick with it. So if we look at the very first category of food, just grabbing my calculator. So try to fit everything in here. That's never going to work, but I'm going to try. So that's beauty, medical, food. We have 55.68, and then I have 102. And if you saw my expense payout, you already know I'm over budget in this category. Food costs are crazy. I actually do my budgets well in advance. Now they're fluid. I change them. I mean, I've done all the way through 2022. They're fluid, but I literally went through and increased my grocery budget on my budgets because there's no way we're going to be able to do it for $100. Now, that's only 1 week of groceries. My husband shops on we get paid in opposite paydays, and my husband shops on his paydays, and I shop on mine. Typically, I do like the dinner stuff, and he does like the snack cereal type stuff. But that was working for this whole 2021. That worked fantastic for us. I went to go grocery shopping for the first time since before Christmas, and I was astounded at the prices. Can we just talk about beef? Beef prices are crazy. It is literally one of those things. And before anybody comments, I know we're supposed to eat less red meat, but we're a beef family. We like spaghetti, mustacholi, we like chili, we like hamburgers, like we like beef. It's not our primary only meat, but it is one that we buy and purchase a lot of. And I couldn't even believe it. I'm actually thinking about, I am located in Michigan. I'm closer to Detroit. I'm actually about 35 minutes from the Windsor border. And I was actually thinking about driving up north, ordering it first, of course, but then ordering a quarter cow later in the spring, because I think that's going to be the way that we can actually get healthier meat. And then also we can have long-term meat supply from it. So that's kind of something I'm debating and hashing. So back to the food and groceries. Kroger was the last one that I added. And then Target was household. Speedway. Food was at Target. This was snacks for $10.96. And that should be it for groceries. So for groceries, I have $169.41. And before I forget, these pens are actually available in my shop. I'm selling them currently as individuals. If I can find packaging that will be easy to put together, I might make some pre-packaged. But if you decide to order a group of them, like for example, there's 7 different colors, if you want one of each color, contact me, because I can actually give you a bulk discount. I'll give you a specific discount code to help bring it into that pricing, because individually, I didn't want to put a package in there and then have certain colors sell out. So I'm only selling as individuals right now. So, and they're pretty smooth. I like them. Food was $169.41. And unfortunately, I'm over budget by $69.41. So I'm using the pink for red. I do have a red one. I just like pink, so I'm using it. $69.41 over budget. What a joke. If you look in my Moterm, this is the one my husband got me. I did make these envelopes. I'm not selling these in my store. I like how they're smaller. I possibly, I can't talk today. I possibly could do a custom order for someone if they wanted it with a similar design. I don't plan, they're too time taking to ever make a profit, so I don't plan on selling these in my store, you know, as a whole. But if somebody wanted some, we could work something out. So groceries, I literally have nothing in there. All I have is a coupon for my turkey bacon. So that is my groceries. If we go to dining, I'm going to pay out. This is actually from the next check-in, but because I want to keep my card paid constantly, I don't want to let anything pile up. I'm actually going to pay this. I got Qdoba car side today. I didn't go in. I had them bring it out to my car. I had to pick up something also car side that was time sensitive. And so I did grab some lunch while I was out. Regretted it immediately. It did not agree with me. I probably am still sicker than I realized, because immediately my breathing got shallow or I started sneezing. It just wasn't fun. So but that did cost $15 because I had a coupon. So I'm going to go into my dining. Actually, first let's go back. So now that you understand I'm paying out $15, because this is from the 12th and that happened on the 15th, I'm actually going to go into dining and I'm going to put spent zero. I think I broke this one. I actually took it apart to look at it, and ever since I took it apart, it's not working the same. And we have 20 remaining, but I'm going to pull out that money and pay it back. So that's fuel. This is dining. So dining has 10, 15, 20. I'll take 15. I'm going to pull that out and put that back on my Amex. I use 5 mil on these, and I love it because it is a little bit more opaque than the 3 mil. That's the lamination paper or films. It's a little bit less or more opaque than the 3 mil, but the 5 mil is so much sturdier, and it works so well in my wallet. This is actually the most favorite wallet I've ever had in my entire life. I love it. So that's going to go off of. So I need to mark this as paid because I'm paying that back. And then we're going to go back to my expenses. So the next thing I have is spending, and I have no spending in here. So I am doing spent 0, and I should have 20 left. So let's just make sure I have 20 in my spending. Yep, I have exactly a 20. So I have 20 left in my spending. So next is fuel. Fuel, I spent $40. And I didn't think to mention, in case you haven't seen it, in my expense payout for this time period, I actually paid this out of other sinking funds or cash envelopes. So this wasn't technically lost in the sense that I like pulled it out of my cushion or whatever, but I did transfers to make it work because we needed the food, and I refused to not have food just because I didn't budget enough. I'm going to make it work, or build a credit card debt from groceries. So I'm going to make that work. So we should have 10 left in fuel. And in fuel, we have 10. So my paychecks are bi-weekly, and I have been stuffing bi-weekly for the new year. I was trying out weekly last year, and I felt like it just wasn't working for me. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if it changes, but I leave this remaining until next week, which I guess it's this coming week, but the next week, the week I cash stuff, I unstuff in my check-in, then I cash stuff. So that's how I do mine. So next is miscellaneous. I think I did have some miscellaneous spending. I did. I actually pulled, when I got my nails done, I needed to get a repair. It cost $5. I pulled it out of my miscellaneous. So I spent $5. I should have $5 left. I don't remember spending it. Let's see. And there is that $5. So miscellaneous still has $5. Beauty and Sam's are actually kept in my family binder, so I'm just going in here. I just did some rearranging in here for a couple things, and I want to explain it because it's going to look like I lost money, but I actually didn't. So I am currently using Fetch Rewards, which Fetch Rewards, if you're not familiar, is you scan your receipts and you get gift cards for it. So I hit 50,000, which is a $50 gift certificate. So I did it, but I wanted to use them for my trip. I've been accumulating these points to pay for my trip. But then I started thinking about it. I couldn't use like $25, $50 Airbnb gift cards. That's not logical. It's not going to make any sense. So how could I put that money in vacation and get the money for it without using a Visa gift card or something that's going to cost me? So I actually have a hair appointment coming up. My hairstylist works at Ulta. And so I actually took $50 out of here and I actually put it in my vacation, but then the $50 for this from my hair appointment is actually coming out of a Fetch Ulta reward gift certificate. So prior to that, if I just show here, so deposit was on 1/6. It's $80 that you put up to 115. That's where that 115 on here comes from. I spent $50 is when I did that food. I actually pulled 50 out of this, so brought us down to 65. And then I transferred in from Massage Lux 15 because I knew I was getting my hair done and I wasn't getting my massage. So that put us up to 80. And then I did that gift certificate, which was 50, brought us down to 30. So I have 30, but I'm not going to mark this as all spent. I'm just going to put transfers. And I'm going to put 30, 50, GC for gift certificate. That way I remember when I pull this up that I didn't spend that much. I have that sitting there. I actually have, so I'm Diamond at Ulta, so I received a $25 hair reward for the new year. I received this $50 gift certificate. I have $14 in credit there. So I'm actually really not covering that much of my hair appointment at this point. It's kind of nice. It's going to be really cool to go in there and just not worry about it and give a fat tip. So Beauty has 30 left. Sam's is another category that I took some out of when I needed that. I had household that I paid for. Oh, actually, maybe I should look at that. What actually helped if I actually count the expenses, Brandy? Beauty had 45 that actually was. So I'm actually just going to do this. Might help if I reflected the expenses before I did all that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, let's see. Am I blind? Oh, here we go. Target household. And that's $9.44. I'm actually going to put 10 because I don't leave change in my sinking funds. And so that is going to mean we should have 50 in Sam's. I don't know if we do, to be honest. I feel like we don't, but I could be wrong. We have 40. So maybe I pulled 20 for something. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I know what it's from because I did have household in my Meijer from previously. Okay. So that's actually 20. So I like the eraser on these. They work really nice. So that's 20 out, and that leaves 40, not 50. And then unbudgeted, other than this, which I've already reflected, I did not have any unbudgeted. So overall, I mean, really, if you look, I have money left in almost every category, but groceries killed me. And I actually upped my budget. I believe it is up to, let me look, I haven't done my budget with me in my planner yet. I upped it up to $150. So I'm hoping that that will help and that will be enough, but we'll see because right now groceries are crazy. So that is my weekly check. And again, I'm going to go pay that $15. I'm going to deposit that money and pay that $15. So it also does my expenses. So I'm going to put a line because anytime I do an expense, I try to put a line so I know it's paid through there and I don't have to worry about it. So if you like what you see, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. I do not upload at the same time and the same day every week. It does rotate. And if you're not clicking the bell, you will miss videos that I upload. And I hope wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, your budget's going great. And I hope I see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys.